Hey Misfits, it's Elise. Welcome back to our channel. This week we're doing a current struggle that we're dealing with, and I have many. So you better sit down for this one. First of all, filming this video is a struggle because every time I filmed in my kitchen, my dad was either interrupting me or like he went to Home Depot. Oh, that's my Walmart stock check. Hello Walmart, please leave me alone. I don't work for you anymore. So, like, he's painting the front steps and, you know, basically I had to keep the door open with the screen locked, and if I see anyone come towards the steps, I had to yell to get away from the steps like there's wet paint. Because, you know, God forbid my dad got a sign or taped it onto the fucking thing, you know, like, right? So that was already a struggle. He was interrupting me, and then when I wanted to continue filming down there, because he went back outside, he's ripping up boards. He has, like, this gun thing that was, like, to take stuff out, and it's like, and it's like, that was already a struggle. So, Dad, you kind of fucked up my video, but I love you. He's on vacation this week, and that's fucking me up. My makeup's a struggle because it's not even, and like I was getting black makeup all over my face, and that took like an extra hour. I gotta leave in like 20 minutes, so that's another struggle. Yeah, so that was a struggle for me. I'm also dealing with my like seasonal depression and my anxiety. I have a new job, and I'll get into what happened yesterday, but like overall, I'm not used to a small store. I'm used to big stores with, like, a team, so, like, it's, like, an identity crisis, if you will, because, like, I'm just not used to having 3 people to get done 100 tasks, you know, like, that's a lot. Like, I didn't finish what I needed to last night, but everything else got finished, so that's fine, but I don't know, like, I've been there, like, a week and 2 days, and I feel like I don't know enough, and this is, like, I've closed by myself, like, for the 4th time, and I still keep fucking it up, so it's, like, help. Everyone else got weeks of training with this old store manager, whereas I, like, got thrown in the 3rd or 4th day. Like, hey, here you go. Like, what? So that's already, like, overwhelming for me. Luckily, the store boss is nice. I'm just like, dude. I was the first hire he's had at that store. He started in January, but he was at another store for 15 years. So I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't know. Right? So that's a thing. I'm overwhelmed. So I've been having these weird anxiety dreams, and I had one relating to crabs. Now, if you look up a crab significance, like, to a dream, like an anxiety dream, it's like you either need to let go of someone or something toxic, or you're resisting change. What else? You feel like you're not doing something right, or you're not good enough, and it's like a confidence issue. So there's a lot of symbolism with crabs. So for some reason, in this dream, I was in an above-ground pool, which is like the one that's above the ground, but it's like 5 feet or something, you know, like a nice pool. I was in a pool with Kathleen Lights. What the fuck? I don't even watch her videos anymore, but hi, Kathleen. So basically, I was in the pool with her, and there were these crabs, and they had their backs to us, and they were all around the pool. And basically, I was in I was in the pool. There we go. And, I'm like, Kathleen, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, they don't do anything. Just, ignore them. So I was like, alright, cool. So I guess we were swimming and fucking around and just being kids in a pool. I don't know. And I guess the crab got mad because I think I bumped one of them or something, or I splashed it and it got mad. And it lunged at me and, like, attacked me. So then all the other crabs started attacking me, and I'm screaming, like, what the fuck? Help. Oh my god. And she's like, I don't know. I guess they just don't like you. And she got out of the pool. So I'm like on, you know, Google trying to figure out what the fuck does crabs mean and what does that have to do with my psyche. I need therapy. I honestly think I need therapy, but I can't afford it right now. I don't even have medical insurance right now. That's a struggle because I changed jobs. And because Walmart still hasn't terminated me in the computer, no matter how many times I call the district manager, I can't apply for Husky health insurance, which is like the government one. So I'm like, what the fuck? Right? So it could be a couple things. So the toxic thing could be my ex-best friend that I let back into my life. And for a short amount of time, and then like we had a talk, me and my other friend who were involved, and at the end of it, I'm just like, you know what, it's not fucking worth it. You're not owning up to the shit you did, and it's like, I apologized for everything I did. Wholeheartedly, I did. But everything she apologized for had a but or however, like, no, so that's not a full-on apology. So I was like, I hung up, and I'm like, I'm done. Goodbye. See ya. See you never. You know, something like that. Because I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. So she could be the crab. It could be resisting change, like with my new job and trying to figure out, just the whole new job thing and trying to, I guess I'm programmed to do things a certain way in regards to work and I need to adapt. I could just be resisting change because I'm, like, having an identity crisis right now. Because, I'm depressed and my anxiety's pretty bad. Like, I don't know, like, I've been on TikTok lately and I do, like, videos and they suck. But if you want to follow me, it's just Jean Grey. And, like, I've been putting on, like, all my old, like, band t-shirts. And, like, I have a wig that I tease the hair on. And, like, I miss being a scene kid or an emo kid. Like, so that could be my identity crisis and resisting change. So maybe just I need to grow my hair out and look like a fucking seenie weenie. I don't know. So that could be it. Or, because, like, it's not my boyfriend because I want to marry him, like, right now. There was this one person I used to work with that I let back into my life for, like, 2-3 days. And that ended terribly because, like, he was hitting me up. And, like, at one point he and I were, like, not together, but, like, we had a brief thing. And it's, like, that didn't go well both times when I worked with him because it was like he was on and off with a girlfriend. I lived with my ex in the basement and, like, I like you. Oh, we should just be friends. Oh, I like you. And then it's like, I would like him. And then he's like, nah, I'm good. So, like, flash forward, he texted me and he's like, hey, like, and he, like, basically said he still wants to date me and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen. So we went out to dinner. After work one day, he picked me up and we ate, and that was fine, but basically the car ride home, some shit happened, and it's just like, no. And I was, like, confused. So, like, the next day, I texted him, and it's basically like, oh, yeah, I just started talking to someone, so, yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So, I don't know if that was a premonition, and that a crab of some kind was gonna enter my life, and that I need to push him out of my life, so maybe he's the crab. So, I don't know. Let me down below who you think the crab is, because I have no idea. Alright, so that was a thing. So then, at work, I fucked up really badly with the accounting. Like, we were over by, like, a certain amount of money, and we figured out why, but I'm also confused. So, I work for Walgreens, so if you're a shift leader, you would understand the cash office process. But basically, I did everything I was supposed to do. Mind you, a cashier called out twice in the same week for closing. And then, what was it? Yeah, he called out, so I had to rigmarole the register between 3 different people, so I didn't have to call someone in. So I was already down a person because of the register, and then one of my other people who was doing the floor work, and he was already, like, overwhelmed as fuck. He gets into a car accident on his 15 because there's a Burger King in the next plaza and he wanted to just go get a $1 cheeseburger or some shit. And a big-ass truck hit his car and drove away. So he's a new driver, and he's like, if I report this on my insurance, like, it's going to cost me more because I'm a hazard. And, like, I'm under 25. I've had my license for a year, all that kind of shit, which is really fucked up if you think about it. But Connecticut. So he was gone for half an hour, which is honestly not that bad, but I thought he was going to say, yeah, I don't know when I'm coming back, and then he didn't come back, because that was my worst fear. He was just going to use his PTO and, like, go home, because then I'd be double fucked. But he was gone for half an hour. Ugh, I'm stressed just thinking about it, right? So he came back, and I'm like, oh my god, you're alive? Are you okay? And he's apologizing that he got into a car accident that's not his fault. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. Like, the fuck, right? So that was stressful. And then the accounting got messed up because I did everything I was supposed to do with the cash register and all this other stuff. So at the end of it, you run something called end of day, right? After you count the safe again and this, that, and the other thing. I did that. Apparently, I was supposed to count the safe again, but I didn't. But, I ran it, and everything went through. It said complete. There was no issues. So about an hour later, the cashier's like, I have too much money in my drawer. Can you deposit this? So I deposited that money, and it made the safe count off by that amount of money, and I had no idea. So the overnight boss came in half an hour before I'm supposed to go home, and she's like, the safe is over by blank. What happened? And I'm like, I don't know. And, like, she's trying to go through all the money, and she's like, listen, the morning people got to fix this. I don't know. Like, I know what it is, but I don't know how to fix it. So we figured it out. It was like that money deposit we did. And like, I guess I ran end of day too early. And like, I should have just like either left the money in her drawer and let the morning manager deal with it, or I don't know what the best answer would have been other than that I did end of day too early, so that messed up the accounting. And I'm texting my store boss because he said just text me or call me if anything comes up. Because first it was, I can't give his name out. So cashier called out. The other one got into a car accident, and then it was the money thing, and I'm like, dude, your accounting is fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how to fix it. Neither does blah, blah, blah. Like, oh yeah, and the Garda people, the people who do our change order or they pick up our money, was an hour late. We start closing procedures at 5 for the new day, like the financial new day. This dude comes at 5:30. 5:30, and then I can't count the money and do the log because he's there asking 900 questions, and I don't know where the money and the stuff was that was supposed to go out. Like, when we get the change order, there was supposed to be an accounting slip. Luckily, my friend was still there for the mid-shift, thank fucking God, because I don't know how to do it. I would have had to call, like, my friend in or something, like my assistant manager that I'm cool with, and, like, he would not leave. It took him till like 6 o'clock to leave, and normally it doesn't take that long, and it's just like, oh my God. Like, he's foreign, but like, he's good. I've seen him before. Like, I get the store accounting slip was messed up, and like, we didn't know where the bags were, and that was a whole thing, but you came an hour late, so you made my closing procedures take even longer, and then every time there was backup needed or something, I had to be on the register instead of freaking closing, and it was like, so like, yesterday was rough, and yeah, and then I had the crab dreams, and I'm just overall very stressed out and anxious and kind of depressed because end of summer and November are bad for me. I remember I talked about this in one take, but I used to be in school for I was in school for 4 years. I have a bachelor's of music, and I was going to be a band teacher. So in 2017, my internship cut me, and then I met with this committee of education at my college, and they basically said, because I had content of me being an idiot on the internet, and they archived a video of me bad-mouthing my director, which I don't regret what I said. I just regret posting it. So, they wouldn't give me a new internship, SOL, we want you to stay, but you owe us the money for the semester. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No, you ruined my life. You make me depressed and want to kill myself, and you want me to stay in your program? So I got a medical leave of absence and left. So that was in November. November 3rd, I think, was the last day I was technically a student there. So the beginning of the school year, end of August, reminds me of when I started school, and that kind of depresses me. I don't want to be a teacher anymore. I just feel like I'm a failure in regards to my career and my parents and needing help. I still don't have my driver's license, and just that already brings up a lot of shit, right? So then that's a thing. And then I'm just depressed right now. I don't know if it's because I felt at home at Walmart as much as I hated it. I had a squad of guys and girls who just had my back. So that's a whole thing, and it's I feel like I lost my friends, and then I would see Lauren and Phil because they'd pick me up at night. We had a great time at Kineticon all together with our other friend Matt, and I don't know, I just feel like a lot of my friends maybe are just not talking to me, and some of that is me being withdrawn, and we all have shit going on. I'm also going through some identity crisis. I want to go back almost to when I was in middle or high school and do the alternative thing again and change my appearance, because I made a TikTok. It's called Just Jean Grey, and I have all my scene and emo clothes, and that's what I do on there. So I kind of want to go back to that, but the problem is my head is fucking shaved, so I gotta let it grow. So I don't know, should I become a teeny weenie again and just be really ironic? I don't want to be an e-girl, so let me know. I think I'm just having an identity crisis. I'm having a quarter-life crisis. Ugh. I want to get a bunch of tattoos. I want to get piercings, and it's just I'm in a lot of debt still. I need to pay my student loan and my phone bill, but yeah, so I'm stressed. I gotta go to work soon and charge my phone. Hopefully this will upload. I've been having trouble uploading from my phone at home, so I'm going to see if, I could upload from here today. Yeah, I'm going to go, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.